Hey guys, this is the Auto Enthusiast, and today we're looking at the 2015 Kia Optima SXL Turbo. We're going to do an in-depth review, check out the interior, and take her for a test drive. Stay tuned.
The Kia Optima is one of the new front-runner sedans we are seeing on the streets today. This model is the SXL Turbo. Kia has long been known for making cheap cars that offer no thrill to the driver. This sedan, however, shows Kia's revitalized effort to conquer the sports sedan. The SXL is powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo GDI engine. It produces 274 horsepower and 269 pounds-per-feet of torque. This Optima has a curb weight of 3,468 pounds, an 18.5-gallon tank, and makes 20 miles to the gallon in the city and 31 on the highway. It comes with a 6-speed automatic transmission. The Optima also has a new sporty ride with a 4-wheel independent suspension and front and rear stabilizer bars. Kia has created a sedan that is not only sporty, but looks great on the road. They focused on little things, using tight curves and defined edges to create a well-rounded car. The rear of the Optima is very attractive. It has a conservative dual exhaust and simple badging. Another extremely nice feature of the Optima are the 10-spoke chrome wheels, especially with the underlying red calipers. Trunk size for the Optima was quite impressive. This one did have the cargo net installed. The opening for the trunk was quite large, and you could put the back seats down. The back seats themselves were nice as well. They were very comfortable to sit in, and definitely above average in leg and headroom. The two-tone design and stitching also gave it a very classy look. The wheel of this Kia is actually quite nice. It has a very, very nice leather wrap with stitching on the side, and overall it's a very driver, sporty, cockpity wheel. It does have a lot of controls, but they're nicely placed that it would be quite easy to use. I do like the protruding circle design in the center, but again, the leather wrap, it seems to be a very high quality leather wrap, and it's very comfortable to hold the wheel. It does have a flat bottom design, which is nice and is a downside. It's hard to turn the wheel and let it slide on your open palm, but you're not supposed to drive like that. It also makes a comfortable hold for the wheel. The gauges in this car are actually quite nice. They're very German-esque. They're similar to like German cars, German sedans, and they're very sporty, flashy, just the way I like them. And there's actually a very, very nice digital display in there that seems to be very high quality. The center console is actually pointed to the driver, like old BMWs, and I really like this. It makes the car more driver-oriented. The screen of this car is actually a really nice feature. It's a very high-quality screen, one of the nicest screens that I've encountered so far. The actual buttons and dials are quite high quality. I'm very impressed with what Kia has done. Now, the shifter knob seems quite high quality. It's got the nice leather bolstering here. It's easy to use. It's just a straight back shifter. It's a lot like a shifter you see in luxurious cars. The parking brake is in a nice location. The heated seats are also in a nice location. The USB is down here. I really like the layout of this interior. It's a very driver-oriented, comfortable, easy-to-use upscale interior. There are cup holders which are quite large. I'm very happy with these. Most cars have smaller cup holders, and Kia's done a good job making large cup holders. Overall space in this car is pretty good. The side door is actually a little tight. There's a cup holder that really wouldn't hold anything, and this is a very tight space. But other than that, inside the car there is a lot of space. The glove compartment is a push to open. It's a simple bucket design. It's quite wide for sedans. I'm happy with Kia and what they've done. They've utilized the space for storage. They also have this small little tray, like I had before with the auxiliary input, this small little tray that could house some type of phone, that kind of thing, iPod. It's a nice amount of space. It's also a really deep pocket. Now the armrest is quite large. It's a very nice armrest. It's a nice leather wrap, but the compartment is here. You've got a tray. It is removable. You can take it out. And then you've got a big open space here, and it's quite wide. You could fit some large objects in here, and Kia, again, has done a really nice job utilizing the space they have to create the maximum storage for the driver. I apologize for the plastic, but one of the nice features of this car are the actual seats. They've got a really nice leather wrap. The color scheme for the black interior is really nice. It makes the car have a really attractive look. The stitching on the seats are nice. They're really comfortable, wide seats. I could definitely see myself spending a lot of time in them. And the heated seat function is quite useful. So for the interior of this car is actually really nice. I'm very surprised. I'm surprised with like what Kia's done, where they've gone in the years of the Optima. Overall, it's a pretty high quality interior, and with Kia's, most people think, oh, Kia's not so high quality, and I just think that's wrong. Like, everything seems upscale, everything seems very luxurious. This is a very driver-oriented car. I'm extremely comfortable in here. The wheel is nice. I think Kia's done a very good job making an interior that's driver-oriented, luxurious, comfortable, and just a pleasure to be in. The first thing I noticed sitting in this car is that the visibility is a little tight, you know, as sedans go. It is a sporty sedan, it does look sporty, and I know that was Kia's goal, is to make something that really spices up both aesthetically and, like, the drive. It is a little tight visibility-wise. There is a lot of natural light. The angle of the front windshield is nice, so it brings a lot of natural light into the car. And I am pretty excited to take it for a drive, so let's see what it can do. So we're coming up to a straightaway where I can give this car a little bit of acceleration. We do have it in sport mode. Let's check out what this car can do. I'm going to come to a stop here, and here we go. So there is a little bit of tire spin, you know. I think that's just because of it's snowing just a little bit. Yeah, this car has a lot of pickup, you know. It's a lot more exciting to drive than I thought it would be. Not to say I didn't think it would be exciting, I just had never really assumed Kia could make a nice turbo. This thing actually has quite a bit of pickup. As sedans go, that little burst was one of the faster pieces of pickup that I've had in kind of an everyday stand. One thing about the pedal is it is a floor pedal. It's a little high, it's angled. I personally really like them. They're like old German car pedals, old BMW pedals. I really like that. We did a review on the SL230, and it's a lot like that pedal, or the SLK230. Sorry about that. And it's a lot like that pedal. And overall, like, the braking in this car is great. It's not touchy, but it's very precise. And the second the brake is compressed, you get that brake. Like, you feel the car start to stop. And for like not a super expensive sedan, the braking seems to be pretty advanced and very precise. I actually think the braking is more like some of the nicer cars I've driven, almost some of the exotics. Not to say it's got expensive, like, ceramic brakes. I just think the way it brakes and actually stops the car. And overall, road feel is really nice. I really feel the road, but it's just refined enough in the interior, so it's not kind of like over sensitizing me. Like, my senses aren't being overrun with all the road noises. It's toned out, but I feel it in the movement of the car, which is nice. So you're kind of getting a driver car with a luxurious feel. Now for blind spots, there aren't really that many blind spots in this car, which is nice. And handling and turning is great, especially with that low-end pickup of this turbo. The turning is great. It's really comfortable. You don't really have to kind of ease off your speed. Obviously, don't go into a turn going super fast. This isn't a track car. But other than that, as sedans go, this is a very well-balanced car. It's very fun, you know. It's a larger car, and it feels you're driving something small. It feels a lot more like a go-kart, which is a little weird to say for such a large sedan. It's just fun to drive. Overall comfort in this car is really good. I'm really comfortable in the car. I'd say I'm less comfortable than some other cars, just because, like, we recently reviewed the Ford Fusion, which was extremely comfortable, but it didn't have this sporty nature. Here's a little bit of pickup, and it's a really quiet pickup. You really get to speed, and it's very quiet. So Kia's done a nice job refining this interior to make it as most luxurious and most comfortable to drive. It's definitely designed to maximize the driver comfort over long periods of time. I could easily spend like a road trip in this car and be super comfortable. The sound system is great. It would be a fun car to drive. Steering is heavy. Not heavy, it's just not super light, and I really like that. If you've seen some of our other reviews, I always get into these cars with really light steering, and I really am not a fan of it. And the steering in this car is just heavy enough that I can really feel like I'm like controlling the car on the road. And that's just one of those things that I love to see in cars, especially cars with turbos that are supposed to be sport trims. I really like to see that ability to kind of connect with the road. The cool thing about this car is there's a blind spot kind of warning system, alert system. We had it go off once. We wanted to try to test it out. And yeah, I think it's a good system. You know, I think more cars should have it. It'll help prevent accidents, especially on the highway. Like, it's my absolute fear that you're going to switch lanes into the left lane, someone will be switching to the right at the same time, and you won't know because you've already started switching, so you don't look again. And that's my biggest fear when I'm driving. And it's just nice to see that cars nowadays, especially the Kia Optima, you know, kudos to them for getting this technology into their car. It will definitely help prevent accidents and keep the driver as safe as possible. Overall safety in this car is extremely high. Kia and Optimas have always gotten extremely high ratings with safety, and they've done a good job maintaining that stature, updating their cars with the safest equipment. I'm really happy with this car. It's just a nice car. So, as a driver, I see a lot of Kia Optima Turbos on the street, and I've seen a lot recently. And I've always wanted to know kind of what they're about, because I see all these people driving them, and I had never gotten one in myself. And, we're actually going to do one more piece of acceleration, and I'm going to finish my train of thought there. Oh, the turning is great. The turning radius is fantastic. So we're accelerating here, and yeah. Oh, wow, this thing really picks up. That's a fun car to drive. Oh, it's just amazing that this thing has this type of pickup. I'm very shocked. But again, I've seen a lot of people driving these out in the street, and I've always wanted to know kind of what they were like to drive. And finally we got a request for someone to drive one, so I was excited to be able to come out to Central Fiat and Kia and drive one of these. And for a sedan, this is one of the more fun sedans I've ever driven on this channel. I can't emphasize enough how fun to drive this car is. I'm extremely surprised. I honestly didn't expect this out of this car. This is a new car to me. I've never experienced one of Kia's turbos, and this sedan is designed for the driver. Obviously the passenger's extremely comfortable for passengers in this car, but as a driver, this is one of the most fun sedans, 4 doors, with practicality kind of tied in there, that I've driven. The pickup, as sedans go, you can't ask for a faster car. A car that I can equate this to that I've driven before is an Audi A6 Quattro. The Audi might have slightly faster pickup, but they drive almost the same. And this is just a car that I think people need to kind of check out if you're looking at a sedan. I am very happy with the sedan. This definitely goes down as one of my favorite sedans that I've reviewed so far. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely leave comments and questions below. Let me know what your experience has been with this car. Please subscribe and check out some of our other reviews.